I'm John Sable. I clean the streets. And you're garbage.
If perfection is possible, then tonight is it. Perfect dinner, perfect champagne, perfect fire.
You forgot one.
What?
The perfect man to enjoy it with.
Oh, Vanity, thy name is Fleming.
Beauty, thy name is Eden.
Keep talking.
I have other things in mind.
Oh, that's even better. You want to show me?
Idea?
Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, I think I like it.
I like it too. Hello?
Hey, John. I don't mean to pry, but, what have you got yourself tangled up in tonight?
What you don't know can't hurt your cheesecake.
Yeah. Well, what I do know is that according to the latest edition of the Police Watch report, you killed somebody tonight.
The only thing I killed tonight was a bottle of champagne.
Was it running across Division Street with a gym bag full of diamonds?
No, who was?
The person eyewitnesses say you shot and killed.
They're wrong.
All right. And what were you doing over there then?
Cheesecake. I wasn't anywhere near there. And if we keep talking like this, we are going to kill something. My entire night.
All right, all right. But if the boys in blue come a-knocking, don't say I didn't try to warn you.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, Cheesecake? Good night. Where you going?
Well, that depends. If our perfect evening still has a chance. If not...
Of course. But with perfection so close at hand.
$7:30. Oh, gotta remember setting this for 7:30.
I did. Otherwise, I'd have to wait another hour for you to get up.
I don't remember leaving a wake-up call either.
You said we'd talk in the morning.
I knew you'd be interested. Did you at least bring breakfast?
Oh, it was too early. I couldn't get a cheesecake. What happened last night?
Well, the police reported that a man dressed in black with commando markings on his face shot a burglar and wounded an innocent woman. Something about that description rang a bell, you know what I mean?
Did the police think that I did it?
Well, they're not saying, but the clincher was... Donuts? Hey, I can't eat donuts. It's bad enough you call me cheesecake. You start calling me donut, we're gonna have a war.
I won't. What was the clincher?
The slug they found in the deceased.
What kind of gun?
Well, according to the ballistics report, it was a...
You got the police ballistics report?
Yeah. Anyway, the rifling indicates that it was a long barrel, 6 to 9 inches.
There's a guy running around dressed like me, carrying a cannon. It's cute.
Hey, not bad.
Beautiful piece, Carl. Get to use it much?
When I have to.
Looks like it could do some real serious damage.
One of these bullets makes a hole the size of a nickel going in, like a bowling ball coming out.
Looks like something out of the movies. Dirty Harry or something.
Dirty Harry's nothing. You ever hear of John Sable?
Never saw it.
He's not a movie. He's real. Here in Chicago.
Well, I heard of Black Sable, Russian Sable. Who's he?
Nam Hero, a ranger. Made the U.S. Olympic team. Military pentathlon. He's a hunter and a protector.
How do you know about him?
Saw his file when I was on the police force.
How come you left the cops?
They kicked me off. Said I was excessively violent. Hell, I was out there putting my life on the line in a uniform. Some jerk judge let the garbage go free on legal technicalities. But where's the justice in that? Do better without a uniform. Catch you later, Horton.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, sir.
I'd like to have the rolls washed and gassed up sometime today. Do you think you can handle it for me?
No problem, sir.
I love it, Mike. It's a terrific book jacket. It's got a real sense of style and flair, except for this background color. I think it needs something more flamboyant, less sophisticated. Like that. That color is perfect.
Oh,
You want it? You got it.
is this business or should I come back later?
We were just discussing color.
I like your taste, especially in color.
Mike, she's young.
I'm beautiful and sexy and knows just when and how to push my buttons.
I know how to push a button.
The only button that you better push is the one on the elevator. You have an interview at the news, remember? See you later at your place.
Publicity, my favorite thing. Since when have I ever missed an interview?
On again!
Oh, where you running to, son?
Who'd you expect, the Elephant Man?
Where you running to?
None of your business. Let me go or else
Police.
I'll...
We lost the others, but at least we got this one. Thanks to you, Mr.
Fleming, Nicholas Fleming.
Oh, yeah, you're the writer guy. I seen you on talk shows.
Yeah, what's the problem, officer?
This one and her buddies were trying to steal a Porsche.
Stealing! You got me mixed up with somebody else. Hey, chill out, dude. I wasn't with them. I'm with him.
Don't give me any lip, kid.
Keep that up and you're gonna find yourself at the wrong end of a lawsuit, fella. I'm his niece, visiting from New York. Tell him Uncle Nick before this fuzzball busts my arm.
Uncle, huh? What's her name?
Wacker. Emily Wacker.
Whacker.
Yeah.
Shall we go, Uncle Nick?
Come on, Emily.
Open this door! You got no right to keep me prisoner. I warn you. I'm gonna scream you know what.
Scream away. We're on the 38th floor, and my downstairs neighbors are in Hawaii.
Please, Mr. Fleming. I know you're a kind man. You wouldn't want it on your conscience if anything should happen to my mother, and I wasn't there to say goodbye.
Your mother?
They're operating on her in an hour. The doctors say it's touch and go.
This is very touching. But I don't buy it.
Okay, Nikki, what's the deal?
Name, rank, and serial number.
I told you, that's none of your business.
Look, Wacker, I put myself on the line for you. The way I figure it is, you owe me.
What'd you have in mind?
A hot shower, a good supper, and some heavy-duty sleep in a real bed, something I'm sure you haven't had in a long time.
Yeah? And what are you gonna be doing?
I have a few calls to make. The shower is that way.
Hey, John, seen yourself on the street lately?
No, you heard anything?
All's quiet on the police front. I don't think you did it, and they don't think you did it.
Well, the whole thing's a fluke. You're the only one who thought it was me. In the meantime, what about the ad in Monday's paper?
It was a guy named Bruna. Owns a jewelry store. I'm on a line now. I should have a bio any minute.
I'll wait. How are the donuts?
I give him a 10. Next time, bring a dozen. I'll give him a 12.
You got it, Jelly Belly.
Hey.
I could call you worse. Believe me, you don't want to hear it. Just trust me on this one, Cheesecake. Oh, okay, don't.
Hello? How'd your interview go? John? Were you making all that noise?
Yeah, you bet.
Who are you?
I think that's my line, and you get to answer it.
I'm Nikki's friend. His very close friend.
Nikki. Nikki?
To his intimates. And you are? Of course, you're the older sister he's always talking about.
Older sister. I'll thank you too. Climb out of my robe and tell me what you're doing here.
Lay a finger on me, lady, and I'll deck you.
Whoa! Take it easy, ladies. What is going on?
Nikki, dear, what is she doing in my robe in your bedroom? And while we're on the subject, just when did you have time to tell her about your older sister?
Older sister whacker?
I had to tell her something. She was acting quite irrational.
How about the truth?
What, and break out in a rash?
Put some clothes on. I'll talk to you later. I'm sure she's a runaway.
Yeah, well, she's trouble. That's something you don't really need.
All that toughness and glib lying is just an act. Just a way of surviving. Something's hurt her. I want to help.
You know, John, there are agencies set up to deal with runaways. If you really want to help her, you get them involved.
Agencies. We'll see. I have to go. What are you getting for babysitting these days?
That's a little joke, right?
Very little.
Huh. Not exactly as perfect as last night.
Sable, you wanted me?
Sable? You're not Sable. He was here 2 days ago. Who are you?
Huh. I gotta hand it to our local gendarme. They got some smart cookies.
What'd they say?
The MO on the shooter doesn't match John Sable. The description does, but not the method, unless Sable is changed.
The guy's a killer.
We know that, but who is he and why does he dress up at night?
Bruno was in trouble with some local thugs. Guy threatened to rob his jewelry store. He didn't make weekly shakedown payments.
So he contacted John Sable to protect him.
John Sable told him he'd eliminate the problem for a fee. Bruno left $5,000 in cash at a drop. He thought I was an imposter coming back to hit him up for more money.
So our boy is a hitman.
Yep.
Maybe I better run a little check. See which of our more violent members of the community happen to be in town.
See if you can find out if any of them specialize in 44 Magnums.
I'm way ahead of you.
You know, you're getting so smart since you eating those donuts.
Well, you can call me Cheesecake, you can call me Einstein. Just don't call me too early.
Heard.
Sure there's no one there by the name of Mason. Rob Mason. He's 46, blue eyes, brown hair. No. That's the only name I can give you unless... I hope you're getting an earful.
I'm sorry. I just...
You like puzzles? Let's see if you can find another word for spying.
Look, I said I was sorry. I was wrong, and I apologize.
The only thing you're sorry about is getting caught.
You don't give an inch, do you?
I wouldn't give you a centimeter. You think you're on top of things, got it all figured out. Drive the right car, wear the right clothes, say the right things. If you really want to help her, there are agencies for people like her. She's trouble.
I didn't mean it that way.
Didn't you? Just like you didn't mean to snoop in on my phone call. You are some piece of work, lady.
You know, for somebody so young, you're sure carrying a big chip on your shoulder. You know that, kid?
Don't call me a kid.
As a matter of fact, it's more than a chip. It's a whole forest, kid.
I'm not a kid.
You know, you're right. You don't act like a kid. You act more like an ungrateful little brat.
Where are you going?
That's really none of your business.
Aren't you afraid I'll trash this place or steal it blind?
Afraid? No. Sorry, yes. But maybe it'll teach Nikki a lesson.
First time I killed anybody was in West Beirut. Didn't know you were in Beirut. Care of Uncle Sam. We were patrolling a housing project where the Liberation Front was hiding. That's what they called themselves. Commies, actually. They all carried AK-47 Kalashnikovs. Care of Mother Moscow.
What happened?
A bunch of them opened fire on us. It was the last mistake they ever made. We sent a full-blown lead hurricane at them. It all lasted about 30 seconds. I got credit for 2 kills.
I was in the Coast Guard and never saw any action.
Too bad.
Oh, I don't know. Anything happened today I should know about?
Here? Nothing happens here. Except taking orders from the rich snobs that live in this place. Gas up my car. Cleaned my car. The streets. That's where the action is. Not here.
morning.
Morning. Looks great.
About last night, I don't want to seem ungrateful. What you're trying to do for me, I mean.
You do have a knack for being less than subtle.
Yeah. Well, where I come from, direct is usually the best flight to take.
New slate. Okay? I'm Nicholas Fleming. And I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. Miss? Pick a name. Any name will do. Why don't you try your own for starters?
Little Miss Muffet.
Who's the spider that's scaring you away?
Look, Mr. Fleming, you're a neat guy. So don't make me lie to you. No questions, okay?
All I asked was your name so I don't have to keep calling you Whacker. I thought we were going to be direct.
Whacker suits me fine. In fact, I think I'll make it permanent.
You know, I can't make you out. All I want to do is help you. Why won't you trust me?
Nothing personal. But every time someone says, trust me, I get stuck with the short end. Yuck. Do I make terrible eggs?
You give worse answers.
I'll try harder if you ask better questions.
One promise.
Give it a shot.
That you're still here tonight when I come home. You can use the phone, anything else you want.
That's it? No small print?
Nope.
It's a done deal.
All right.
Hey, John!
What do you got?
More than you ever want to know about a local 44 Magnum. Same gun's been used for 9 killings here over the last few months.
He's been busy.
Yeah, and there's more. All the victims are kind of slimy, you know, thieves, extortion experts, guys cheating on their wives, and it seems Mr. Sable is in a one-man crusade to clean up society, the old-fashioned way.
What about the ads? Have we answered all the ads?
Well, there was one from last week. Ex-Mrs. Tillman, lady whose husband left her for a younger woman. Tacky situation. Hey, John, you know the definition of marriage? It's the only life sentence you can get out of by bad behavior.
Don't scream. I have some questions to ask you, Miss Tillman. Did John Sable contact you? Did you hire him?
Yes.
For what? I need to know.
To beat him up. To make him pay for what he did to me.
Where's your husband?
I don't know.
Tell me.
I swear I don't know. He moved out. I hired Sable to go and find him.
Tillman,
Who are you?
I have a message from your wife.
Don't!
I called the Men's City Mission. It's a flop house for transients. Seems she was looking for somebody there, maybe a brother or father.
Why the sudden interest in Whacker?
It's not so sudden. I feel sorry for her, even though she makes it pretty tough.
Yeah. Kid needs a break.
What she needs is a good, swift kick in the old keister.
Pretty strong words coming from somebody whose parents spoiled them rotten.
You think I'm spoiled?
I lied. She's just a kid. She deserves a chance. I thought the two of you might try to have a peace conference.
She's your problem. You're the one that threw the doors open to your home.
I think she'd respond better to a woman.
I see. You know, I have a lot of things to do, Mr. Fleming. I represent an empire, remember?
Yes, mine. So I'm giving you the day off.
You know, this is what is known as asking a lot.
Would you prefer that I beg?
It might be nice for a change, but I'm warning you. I'm not going to let the little monster get the upper hand.
Do you ever?
Hey, John, your alter ego did it again last night.
Tillman,
Yeah, he put a hole in him the size of a hubcap in a parking lot of an apartment building.
He answered both ads, huh?
Yeah, so I've been thinking, maybe we need a little help? You know, like Wanted John Sable?
I like what you're thinking.
Was that a compliment? Now, I may faint if it was good. He never says goodbye. Give people a complex doing stuff like that.
Thank you, Mr.
Sapper, Marvin Sapper.
Mr. Sapper. The ad will be in this afternoon's late edition.
Thank you.
Here we are, Mr. Sapper. The rent is due first of the month, but that doesn't mean the second. I don't like smokers, party throwers, strange women or men, and absolutely no pets. I'm allergic to pets. Now, the rent is $300. Oh, the phone jacks are already installed there. Utilities, of course, are on you.
I'll take it.
Oh, good. I'll go get the papers. Just make yourself at home, Mr. Sapper. It's yours, month to month.
Thank you. Cheesecake, what you got?
Well, I've been listening, but the police bands are dead as a cemetery. Did you place that classified?
Marvin Sapper did.
So what now, brown cow?
We listen and we wait.
Is anybody home? Like orchids?
Beautiful. A greenhouse and a penthouse. Nicky must be pulling in some major bucks to be able to cover the rent on all this.
You seem a little young to know about rent checks.
We did. My mom and I.
You know, I called that mission. Who were you looking for? Your father?
You guys sure seem to want to make a federal case out of caring about people you don't even know.
Well, all happy families are the same. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way.
What are you talking about?
Growing up. I was about your age when I read Anna Karenina. That's how the book starts. I thought it made a lot of sense to me then.
Yeah, unhappy families. Tell me something, Princess. What would you know about unhappy anything?
You know, you're right. I did grow up like a princess. A big house, servants, closets filled with the best money could buy. Had two parents, highly educated, driven to succeed, who never once, that I can remember, ever touched or said a loving thing to each other. Or to me. You know, you said I wanted Nicholas to get rid of you because you were trouble. But the truth is, you threaten me. You remind me too much of myself. I want to be able to love and be loved. And yet, somewhere deep down, I'm convinced that I can't have it. That I don't deserve it. So, like you, when it's offered, I start digging a foxhole. I guess it goes back to Anna Karenina. Happy people are all the same. Each unhappy person is unhappy in her own way. For her own reasons. Did I just say all that?
Yeah. You said all that.
I'm sorry, Emily. My name's Tara. Tara Mason. I'd really like to help you, Tara. I'm not looking for any handouts either. I'm not a charity case yet. Nobody's offering a handout. It's more like a loan with interest. Lots of interest.
Hello, this is Marvin Sapper. I'm not in right now, but you can leave your message after the beep and I will return your call. Thank you.
Mr. Sapper, this is John Sable. You placed an ad? If you want to talk to me, be at this number at 8 o'clock. Mr. Fulton.
Hello, Wharton. Now, I got another complaint last night about some transients sleeping in the stairwell on 3.
Get that sort of thing when the weather turns cold.
Yeah, well, Sullivan replaces you, doesn't he?
Most nights.
You know, I got to talk to him. I want those people out of there.
Yes, sir.
Sullivan's a nice enough guy, but I'm not sure he's tough enough to be here at night. What would you think about changing shifts with him?
I know what I'd do, sir. But working nights would be difficult for me and my wife.
Yeah, I thought you were divorced.
Well, I am. We're trying to put it back together. Night's the only time we have. You understand, sir.
Yeah. Well, keep up the good work. I wish I had more like you, Wharton.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sapper, this is John Sable. You placed an ad? If you want to talk to me, be at this number at 8 o'clock.
Sounds like our guy.
Yeah, it's a date at 8.
I'll be there.
Hey, John, have a nice time talking to yourself.
It's very funny.
Perfect. If he ever gets off the phone, okay, he'll be on the phone. Oh, ta-da!
From Little Miss Muffet to My Fair Lady. Is it safe to say you two have reached new levels of communication?
Safe, I think. Ditto. We were wondering if you would have dinner with us.
2 beautiful women, and I have to say no. Sick friend. But I would like a rain check. You look beautiful. Just beautiful.
Well, I guess we have to fend for ourselves. Been doing it for years. Yeah, ditto.
Hello?
Mr. Sapper, this is John Sable.
Mr. Sable, I'm glad you got to me so quickly.
That's part of what I do. Why do you want me?
It's a delicate matter, but I desperately need your help. Can you come to see me?
If I work for you, Mr. Sapper, you'll never see me unless you don't provide my fee.
A man is blackmailing me, Mr. Sable. He's threatened to expose something to my family that would destroy them and me. I've been paying him for months now, but he wants too much.
That's usually the way blackmail works.
I need you to help me.
That's what I'm here for. It'll cost you $5,000, Mr. Sapper.
I'll pay you. But I need you to do this for me tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah. He's given me until tomorrow to pay him $10,000. I have the money, but I'd just as soon pay it to you and finish this today.
Now, who is this blackmailer? And where do I find him?
He works at the Lewiston factory. He's the night security guard, graveyard shift. I'll pay you $5,000 in advance, and the rest when you kill him.
There's a phone booth at the corner of Clark and Manchester. Be there in an hour. Leave the money in a briefcase and then leave. If you don't do exactly what I'm saying, I'll come after you instead of him.
What about the rest of the money?
I'll contact you. Once you see how I operate, you'll pay me.
ago did your mom die, Tara? 8 months. And then you've been looking for your dad ever since? He left us 3 years ago. Just walked out. He never was much of a father anyway. Probably doesn't even know Mom's gone.
But you think he's here in Chicago?
Got a postcard from him once. Said he was looking for a job.
What kind of work did he do?
That's the funny part. He never really had a steady thing. Odd jobs here and there. Mostly we lived off my mom's salary. She was a librarian. Pure and complete sorrow is as impossible as pure and complete joy. It's War and Peace. My favorite Tolstoy. Reading was the one thing she always made me do. Yuck. I can't even get copy right.
Did you ever think about going back home?
To Des Moines?
You must have some friends there.
You ever been to Des Moines?
Nope.
You're lucky. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but that is at the top of the list of things that I'm not going to do.
So, what happens tomorrow?
I'm open for suggestions. Maybe. Got any?
Couple.
Raspberry twist. That's all I had.
I love it. Just in time for dessert. So what happened?
He wouldn't come to the apartment.
Smart. You going to his?
He's going to the Lewiston factory sometimes around midnight.
Well, you have any clue as to who this clown is?
No.
Well, I think he's a schizo. Why don't you just tell the cops to pick him up when he shows?
Cops go out there, he'll disappear. He's too smart.
Like the real Sable, huh? Hey, you think he even has a cheesecake of his own? Look, I just wish we knew more about him. This guy is really cold-blooded.
Yeah, most killers are.
Divine raspberry. I wish you could do all my grocery shopping.
No more donuts?
I didn't say that. It's just that they don't have the same effect on my picky palate. Have you figured out how you're gonna deal with that howitzer that guy's packing?
I don't know.
Well, you better find out. Otherwise, he's gonna turn you into one big donut with one big hole in the middle.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Cheesecake. That's very nice of you.
Look, I just don't want you to forget what you're up against. If this guy is really like you, he isn't exactly a picnic. And he has a hard time dealing with the truth.
Charlie.
2861 Charlie.
Would you run a plane for me, please? Y7B52E.
Thank you.
Welcome.
34?
Yeah. We're clear on 99 unit. 936 ran on my partner. Bumped off, put on a wagon. 936, thank you. 3412. I'm bringing in a 3, Robert.
10-4.
Beat 3002. Backup Nike call on last assignment. 10-4.
Beat 1913. Got a teenage disturbance. 1256 North Humboldt. Hostile gang fight. 1913. 10-4. Beat 1914. Want to give him assist on that call?
1914, 10-4. Beat 2927, you got an 82 line at a factory at 1041 North Claiborne. Repeat, 1041 North Claiborne. 2927, 10-4. 1913, 19E. Didn't find anyone there. It's a 19 Paul on that last assignment. 2914, 2949. 923 Neil 7. 923 Neil 7. 2631, 8 step. Got a hit and skip. Lincoln Avenue. White truck I got. Home description on the guy. 2916, give us a call. 2916, on stage. Clear 99. Got a robbery.
Sable! What are you doing here?
I came here to stop you.
Stop me? Why?
You kill in cold blood. For money. Using my name.
Because you're the best. I wanted you to start getting credit for all the good things you've done.
Credit for murder. Credit for being a hitman.
I killed garbage, Sable. They were lowlifes. They didn't deserve to live. Cops didn't even come after me too hard. They probably assigned rookies to investigate cases like mine. We're actually helping them, men like you and me. They don't care if we kill garbage.
I care when anyone gets killed.
Sable! Sable! You're crazy! Sable! 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 Sable, get me off of here! Sable! You crazy!
You found your clothes?
Yeah. Did you have to leave them on the floor like that?
Sorry. Look, when the police come, give them this. Tell them it's the one they've been looking for.
Sable! 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 Sable!
So what do you think, Mike?
Middle-class minimalist. We've got some major decorating to do here.
I don't want it too fancy. I can't afford much till I get a job.
For which you have an interview at my office tomorrow at 9.
I'll get right on it. A splash here, a splash there. It'll be livable in no time.
It's your apartment, Terry. You better get used to answering the door.
A gift, my dear. One thing of beauty to another.
They're beautiful. I don't know what to say.
That's a first.
Oh, don't worry. She'll think of something.
Thank you. Would be a good start. You've all been like a family.
A happy family.
Can't marry
Next on Sable. Ever since they started the Watchdogs. Who? Local patrol group. The neighborhood's been safe thanks to them, but I don't know. Lately, things have gotten screwy.
Do you want this to stay a good neighborhood? Yeah. Then we're gonna have to start busting some heads.
Hotsy-totsy, it's the knots.
You're dead, boy. I have to go. I have a friend that's in trouble.
Now!
Don't jump. Don't even move.
Figured out how you gonna kill me yet?
This is Connie Selk inviting you to stay tuned for Hotel next.
Tomorrow, Buck has to help his son face a harsh reality when the boy's good friend injures a leg in a rodeo accident on Buck James.